Hello and welcome to Train Sim TV. Your eyes do not deceive you. We are going to be doing something with this. It's the Athena Class 47. Is it 484? I think it is. I forget. It's the East Coast Mainline Diesel Railtour Pack. It is 484. Isambard Kingdom Brunel. It's not the first time I've actually used the pack. I actually drove it on the stream recently, but I thought probably time to do a little video with it. Now, I'm not going to drive any of the rail tour scenarios because I find, quite frankly, they are as fictional as sin, and it's not something that takes my eye, unfortunately. So we're going to drive it on the Blackpool Branches. We're going to take it on the early morning newspaper train to Blackpool North. It's a 20-odd minute drive. It's manageable. Yeah, so let's get it unpaused, and we shall have a look around, and we shall also obviously get driving. I've already got the lights set up. That's about as far as I've gone so far, so let's unpause and get everything sorted. So let us get the cab actually activated. It's nice to see that this obviously wasn't fixed because it's back to front. The arrow should be actually facing upwards. It should actually match the AWS isolation switch, so they should actually both go up, but that hasn't been switched, so it's basically exactly the same as it would have been on the original model. Hopefully that will be addressed one day in the future. It'd be nice to see that updated. Everything's set up on that. We are passenger on that. Right. Get the key in. Lights are already on. Instrument lights. Engine only for a minute. So, yeah, it's a Class 47. There's not really much to say about it really, because inside the cab it doesn't look no different from the original model it's come from. The Blackpool one, the West Coast Mainline that we've got at JT, it's got the extra glow on the lights down at the bottom here. I'm gonna be careful because I don't want to come across as something. I can't say the word because it's swearing, but yeah, it's obviously there is some differences. But I'm just gonna come outside. Look around, so we've obviously got the number plate there, that's new. Name plate. I mean, I don't understand what the new modelling techniques essentially are with this, because to me it's just a nameplate that's been modelled. Unless I've been really thick, I would love to know what the differences are from it being a normally modelled nameplate and number plate. Some cool little things with this though, it's actually got two different ends. So it's got a flush front end, which is essentially, this is the new end, and it's got the original sunk in end. Oh, not really sunk in, is it? It's a bit more embedded into the bodywork, if that's more of a technical term. But this loco, it suffered some accidental crash damage, so they had to press it into service pretty quickly from what I recall hearing in the stream. So they put a flush end on it as it was needed, I think for the real train or something. Also, I've just noticed that signal actually green text. Never noticed that. I will note it because I don't think we've actually got it on the JT one, but the pipes are actually stowed in the end. I'd have to double check with the 47 from the JT one. Is there any 47 on that? I'm gonna have a look. There is. Go for a slow walk. We'll be late with this, but it's all good. I don't mind being late. Let's go over because I can't climb over sleepers. Oh no, I can climb over sleepers. I'm just gonna double check because I don't know if our one has stowed air pipes. Look, we haven't done massive battles. Maybe it does, I don't know. I can't quite recall. Oh no, it does. So we do have them done. I actually never noticed that. I thought they were all dangling down. Cool. Right, let's take a slow walk back to the train. Nice over there, isn't it? We ain't actually going to be using the new coaches that come with the pack, because this is a newspaper train. But if you want to see the nice glossy shiny coaches, then obviously you'll see them in the rail tour scenarios for the East Coast Main Line. We should do so. So the other cool thing is that it's got differences on the bogie work. If you look down here, it's actually got painted pipe work. That one's got some weird shadow issues going on. It's not quite fully painted. It's got all sorts of artifacts and stuff all over it. It should be solid white really, but one end's got actual pipe work painted white, whereas the other one hasn't. From what I recall here on the stream, there was a lot of differences with this locomotive over the years, and various guises of paintwork, shades and stuff like that, and minor differences here and there, and this is the one that went with. There was a few bits like pipes don't quite connect properly, but hopefully stuff like this, I mean they've been on the forums and there was comment back and forth saying obviously all the feedback's been taken on board, so fingers crossed this sort of stuff will be fixed. So pretty minor issues. Aligned livery. I think it as well is it's a basis of the old original G Debra livery, because it is a G Debra loco. It was based at Old Oak Common, but he saw quite a lot of work up the north as well. Why not take it up north to Blackpool? Yeah, that's pretty much all really. I'm going to get in. I'm going to get going because otherwise we're going to be holding up the job. And we've got Blackpool to get to. The newspapers won't get read otherwise, so let's get the brakes off. And get ourselves underway. That await will be waiting for us as well, because it's that'll be doing some shunt work. Just going to bring up Steam store. ECML Railtour Pack. So the pack itself's £11.99 now. It doesn't just come with the 47, it does actually come with the 40 and the 45. So if you haven't got the 40 or the 45, it ain't actually a bad deal at all really, because you actually get 3 locos for £11.99. If you do have them packs, then it's not as great of a deal, is it? But yeah, if you didn't have them 2 other locomotives, then yeah, it's a win-win. The 40 and the 45, as far as I'm aware, hasn't seen any updates or anything like that. They are just as they came originally. But, again, it's not a bad deal if you didn't have them. A retro loco adorned in Western Green arrives to train Sim Wheel 5. 47484 was a rare catch in the British rail days, and thanks to its ornate furnishing and distinct heritage livery. Despite declining into disarray, this fallen legend springs back to life for modern rail tour duty, courtesy of Athena Simulations. So I'm just going to stop on that one, because it says there, back to life for modern rail tour duty. Now, if it was modern rail tour duties, it should actually have GSMR and TPWS and all that jazz, which it doesn't. Which makes it a little bit of a random pack in some senses, in my eyes as well, because it doesn't quite make sense. It doesn't have. I don't quite understand what it's meant to do in some areas, other than be a rail tour pack. But moving on, so the loco itself obviously was built in 1965. 484 was one of over 500 of the brush-type 4s in British rail service. Assigned to depots throughout the country, 484 spent most of its working years on BR's western region and was aptly named after renowned railway engineer Isambard King of Brunel. In 1985, in accordance to the 150th Great Western Railway's anniversary, a striking coat of GWR green was applied onto 484, finished in stylish number plates and pinstripe lining. 484 stood out as an exemplary member of the fleet. It was often used also on special duties and gained the following monster enthusiast. Unfortunately, this stature was not secure as a bright future. 484's green became grime, and its reflection turned to rust when it eventually got put into long-term storage, with no promise of when it may return to its former glory. With Athena Simulations Train World 5 ECML Diesel Railtour Pack, 484 returns to the rails on a virtually restored condition. Experience a former icon as if it was running today, embarking on rail tours up and down the East Coast Main Line and beyond with free roam. Also featuring is the Class 40 and the 45 for a triple bill of locomotion action. Please note for the full experience that they recommend your own TSW5 ECML Doncaster Peterborough, which is also available as a separate purchase. Now, that obviously as a purchase is if you want to play the scenarios. You don't have to have that, you can just go and play it on free roam or whatever. It does actually come on many timetable layers, so actually if it's the 47 on a route already, it'll basically work on it. It actually appears on quite a lot of routes, so JT routes for example, it appears on there. Low probability like, because only one is a one-off example, so you should only ever see it once. You shouldn't go past it, you shouldn't drive past it. If you do, obviously there's an issue. But if you were driving it, you shouldn't see it, and if you were driving something else, you'd only see it once potentially, but you might not always see it. You could go 10 different drives on different routes before you see it again. It's on a low probability to be seen, which goes on to sort of the help that JT gave. That essentially was the help that JT gave to make sure that it wasn't seen everywhere, every 5 minutes. There's a few other bits of feedback as well, that's pretty much to the extent of what JT's involvement was. Key features for the pack itself, so obviously the 47, 44 Isambard King of Brunel in GWR lined green livery. The BR Class 40 and 45 diesel locomotives in BR blue. You also get BR Mark 1 coaches in BR blue and grey livery. You do get a selection, I can't remember which ones, you do get a few though. It doesn't actually say what they are. It says step into a highly detailed featured cab to drive the revived classic. Feel the true to life suspension, performance and handling. So it does actually have suspension, which is nice. It actually has that put onto it. You got a tutorial on training centre, 10 scenarios for ECML Doncaster Peterborough route, which again is a separate purchase. Each locomotive substitutes in a variety of existing services on appropriate UK routes. So basically this, as I said a minute ago, if you have any other routes where 47 appears, it'll show up on all them services on its own separate little selectable 47 on the menu. You can pick whichever one you want. You do free roam as well, you can do your own formation, do your own rail tours. Works with livery, design, formation, all that lot. And yeah, pretty much it really. So yeah, $11.99. You get 3 locomotives essentially if you didn't have them anyway. 10 scenarios. The world's your oyster, and a number of basically layering options onto different routes where the 47 features already. In my eyes, I mean, it's not a pack I'm going to drive very often, but for me it's a gap filler, because it'll be something that you might occasionally see randomly once in a blue moon, just to have a little bit of extra variety and something in the past. Yeah, it's not It's not groundbreaking by any stretch of the imagination, really. To me, it's just a Target Book 47 with a different end and main plates. Also, what on earth is that on the roof? Oh dear. It appears I've got some nuclear hinges. I never noticed that the other day. What on earth is going on there? Oh, what on earth? It's attached to the headlights. Okay. I don't quite know what on earth that's doing, but yeah, there's an issue there. I'll just stop here as well. This could end in an absolute disaster if we don't slow down. Shouldn't do, because it's early morning, so I think it'll be alright. We'll go past the marker and it should clear, but you never know. Please change, because I don't think we're going to stop. Maybe he's looking at nuclear hinges. It'll be a short-lived video. Oh, thank God for that. Okay, it's not going to be such a short-lived video. Unfortunately, we have to endure the lights of the 47 for a little bit longer. Yeah, as I said, I'm never going to drive the scenarios. I've got no interest in the scenarios whatsoever. I don't really drive scenarios in TFW at all, but they're just made up rail tours, really. I think I don't think there's really any background to any real tours in the past, or any inspired ones or such. I think they're just random. But if you like that sort of thing, then play them, because there's 10 gameplay scenarios up and down the route. So I think for me, if I ever drive it, it'll be more timetable based, so I'll just jump on it. Quite nice in there. You never know what livery it is, would you, really, bar the nameplate with the sun on the side. I should go that way. It does look quite nice in the sun. Taking the fast line at Kirkwood. Look at it at certain angles, you can sort of like not see the issues. Have you guys got the pack? What are your thoughts on the pack? Have you noticed any issues that I'm not seeing? Are you enjoying it? Are you not enjoying it? Did you refund it? Have you not refunded it? Comments below. I'd like to hear from you. The conversation flowing. We always do. Power down. Wide it. Just a side note, I'm hoping that one day DCG do sort out the fact that you're chasing the shadow all the time. It's so annoying. I'm forever chasing that sunlight in the distance. This will actually work pretty nicely in the Diesel Legends of Great Westerns stuff. It's more suited to, I think it's quite suited for that. don't think there's anything else really in the cabin rooms. Obviously, got the name, got the number up there. There's nothing else really. I don't think that I'm not shown. Got the headlights and marker switches. It's slightly off centred as well. Actually, it's not actually centred that intensity headlamp. The other thing as well is the OH leaf flashes on the front are old era, but I know that the scenarios do utilise a class 66 as well, so it's a bit, yeah, it's a bit of a cross era pack. I think I did a London Euston service the other day. I did stop at Holton and Kirkham with this. When I did notice that as well, when I did drive it, it did some weirdness with the brakes. So it was like it kept hissing, like it was leaking air or something. It kept hissing. I don't know if it was an issue with the brakes on it or something. Oh, I thought it was storming here a bit faster than I should be. Dab of the brakes. In terms of the pack and that, I've got nothing else really to say on it. It's just wanted to sort of do something with it and just to show it. So, basically just to show what comes with it and that, and what you can do as such. Is it worth $11.99? To a degree. Really? Yeah, I wouldn't say any more. I think it's more worth the $11.99 price tag if you haven't got the 40 and the 45 really. That antenna might be new. That looks like a newer antenna from the original model. It's not the same colour, is it? Potentially. Yeah, this is more. There must be some more bits of pieces, surely. Powering into, well, not powering, but we're slowing into Polton. Again, we're not stopping, we're straight through. Basically, it's an ECS. Well, it's not an ECS actually, it's actually in service to newspapers. I thought it was an ECS room. whether I can actually get this down to the right sort of speed. Usually we can tear arsing it in. But on this occasion, no. I'm not sure if it's got new exhaust particles. I'm not really sure. I feel like it might have. I feel like it might have been mentioned on the stream actually, to be honest, as well. Nice picture that. Whether I'll use it as a thumbnail, that's a different question, but it's a nice picture. Last little sprint to Blackpool now, just going past Crossley's mill before it was getting knocked down. Well, as it was getting knocked down. Technically it got knocked down before the route set, but we thought it'd be a nice feature to have it. It'd look better than a warehouse. An old original Morpeth board there, obviously noting 15 mile/hour coming in. We do need to slow down because we've got red signal. Same as Kirkham. Sometimes these could be against you. Most of the time they usually are. good to go. This turn, what it does is eventually you will propel into the yard and then run around and then you take it back in and it goes back out. I think it goes back out about 5:30 or something like that in the morning. Probably before, somewhere around between 5 and 5:30. Not took the brakes off fully. Went for the whole number sequence on my keyboard to get that thing off the track. I think one of them pacers goes out before this does on this on that, like back out again. Well, I'll leave you with the question is obviously this was mentioned and dubbed as the definitive Class 47 in the preview stream by Athena. Is it? Your thoughts? There we go. Links in the description if you do want to go and have a play with this one yourself. For now, thank you very much for watching. Don't forget to like, share, subscribe, hit the notification bell for future videos. Catch you on Twitch on a Monday and Friday at TrainSimTV _ no, twitch.tv underscore TrainSim, twitch.tv / TrainSim_TV. Christ almighty, it's been a long day. It is actually like nearly midnight. Yeah, my head is a little bit on the fried side because it's been a busy day at work. But yeah, we got there in the end. Thanks for watching, guys. Hope you enjoyed. See you again very soon for another video. Bye for now.